Hey guys, you probably won't survive this one without at least questioning the last 5 neighborhood meetings you've ever been to. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And while you're at it, drop your location and the local time in the comments, because what happens tonight in Texas might just have you checking your own skies. Jake Whitmore is up to his elbows in an old generator, the kind that rattles like a washing machine with a grudge when a low hum slips in through the summer air. At first he figures it's one of the medevac flights to Dallas General they pass twice a month, steady and predictable. But this one, no navigation lights, no search beam, just the heavy, unmistakable chop of military rotors trying not to be noticed. Historians still argue whether it's the absence of light or the sound itself that makes a Black Hawk feel more ominous. When it banks hard over his property, the belly glints under his workshop lamp, hauling not a rescue basket but a lid-lined container with stenciled warnings Jake is glad he can't read. That's when Mara Cross materializes at his fence line like a plot twist in tactical gear. Middle-aged headset, a badge that looks official from 20 paces, and 4 guys in matching polos with rifles that look anything but airsoft. She shouts over the rotor wash about HOA protected airspace, like this corner of Texas is a gated community in the sky. Jake's too stunned to laugh. Then the pilot drops a flare, lighting up the absurdity their police van is a Ford Transit with Amazon special magnetic decals. Sparks fly when the chopper clips his barn's power line, and Jake's instinct says, walk toward the trouble instead of dialing 911. Mara radios control about an incoming package, and Jake showing non-compliance, which sounds like spy movie code. The pilot's partner announces they're on a federal mission, and to cease fire, Mara responds by activating something called Protocol Red. It's like watching a neighborhood watch bake sale turn into the Cuban Missile Crisis. By dawn, diesel engines growl at the end of his driveway. The same polos are erecting a checkpoint cones folding table clipboard as if a ranch deed means nothing. Cameras sprout on poles pointed at his house workshop and the air above. His landline's dead, his cell shows network maintenance, and the gate crew tells him he's under voluntary protective custody, which is about as believable as crocodile dung sunscreen. Jake figures if he can't call for help, he'll drive to it. But the checkpoint boys block his truck, hand him a business card for the Millfield Community Defense Association with Mara's name on it, and smile like that explains why they're trespassing. Then a local news van rolls up, and Mara, now in a uniform so decorated it'd make a general raise an eyebrow, holds a press conference about suspicious federal payloads over residential zones. The reporter nods along. Historians still argue whether local news crews lean in out of naivety or because free coffee's involved. That night, Jake finds a note tucked under the wiper of an old friend's truck. Tommy Rodriguez, an electrician who worries more about wire gauges than world conspiracies, wants to meet at Murphy's Diner. He's found something you need to see. The next morning, over coffee strong enough to melt a spoon, Tommy produces photos of devices the size of cigarette packs dug from Jake's pasture. Not motion sensors, acoustic signature detectors wired together in a grid under his land. The two men drive out to retrieve more fiber optic cable, a miniature satellite dish, military-grade hardware that doesn't belong anywhere near cattle fencing. Then Tommy shows Jake a strange kite a mile away, tethered and controlled like a drone in disguise. It drops a small package that snags on a fence. Inside is a high-res satellite photo of Jake's ranch marked with GPS coordinates and revealing underground heat signatures, more buried tech than Tommy imagined. On the back, a message. You're not alone. They've been watching. Meet tonight, Old Miller Bridge, 11 p.m. Come alone. Signed by Dr. E. Vasquez. By evening, Jake's piecing it together. The grid under his feet isn't just for eavesdropping. It can jam cell towers, spoof GPS, maybe even steer aircraft. The helicopter wasn't random. Mara knew it was coming. Historians might one day debate whether paranoia is just pattern recognition with better PR, but Jake feels the pattern closing in. At the bridge, Dr. Elena Vasquez military stance government-issued gear lays it out. This is Project Neighborhood. Watch a federal pilot hijacked by private contractors. Meridian Security Solutions is using people like Mara as unwitting fronts to build an unaccountable surveillance empire. Last night's helicopter was mapping the grid. Tonight, Phase 2 begins neutralizing anyone who could expose it, including Jake. Before he can process, headlights sweep the bridge. Trucks surround them. Vasquez pulls him under the span, radios a code, and the night explodes with rotor thunder, 3 helicopters. This time, federal fast-roping agents onto his property. In the chaos, Vasquez drops a truth heavier than the chopper's downwash. Jake wasn't random. The drone hack that killed a family 3 years ago. That was Meridian, too. Field testing the same tech buried under his ranch. Back at the ranch, the place looks like a war movie set. Federal agents tracing cables, mapping servers, and turning Jake's barn into a command center. Deputy Mills, usually a fishing buddy in beat-up boots, is suddenly all business, coordinating the takedown like he's been waiting for this day. Agent Chen, the helicopter pilot from last night, explains the ugly core Meridian's network isn't just spying, it can jam federal comms, spoof GPS, even hijack aircraft. Then Chen pulls up a database. At the top of the priority neutralization list, Jake Whitmore. Every detail of his life is in there: career, finances, even the slow-motion wreck of his reputation. Meridian had dismantled him on purpose, the way some companies dismantle old factories quietly, systematically, until nothing's left but the shell. Historians still argue whether vendettas are more dangerous when they're personal or when they're just business. This one is both. And then the phone rings. It's Mara. No swagger now. She's breathless sirens wailing in the background. They lied to me, Jake. Everything. I thought I was protecting my neighbors. I built the prison instead. She's at a Meridian hub 20 miles north where execs are frantically trying to move their servers before the feds close in. Inside that facility, the master controls for 43 state networks. Chen's plan is razor-edged use. Jake's own buried network to broadcast a feedback loop crashing every connected server. The catch: he has to stay put while Meridian's enforcers race to silence him. He says yes before the sentence is finished. At 6:00 a.m., with option 0 minutes from activating, Jake throws the switch. His ranch becomes a screaming wall of electronic noise. Across the country, servers crash, comms die, and agents raid hubs before anyone can shred the evidence. Mara radios in, "It's working." They're locked inside their own system. But Meridian's final card is a convoy of black SUVs tearing up his drive. They expect a lone engineer. They find a federal ambush timed to the second. 17 minutes later, 12 operatives are in custody, and the rest of Meridian's house of cards is collapsing in 7 states at once. Only when the dust clears does Vasquez give him the last twist. Her full name is Dr. Elena Vasquez Whitmore, his sister. She's been working for 3 years to get inside Meridian and tear it down from the core ever since their father refused to weaponize his drone patents back in the 90s. Meridian's revenge wasn't just on Jake, it was on their entire family. In the months that follow, 47 Meridian executives are convicted. Mara serves time, then dedicates herself to warning others about manipulation. Jake testifies before Congress, helps write new surveillance oversight laws, and with Elena starts a foundation for other victims. Standing on his porch months later, watching a real rescue helicopter pass overhead, he knows the truth. Sometimes the most dangerous threats don't march in wearing uniforms. They show up with a smile, a clipboard, and a story about keeping you safe. The night fades in his memory, but the lesson stays. You can't always choose the fight, but you can choose what you do when it finds you. The Texas morning is softer now, the sky rinsed clean after a night of roaring blades and clipped commands. Dew clings to the grass like tiny glass beads catching the gold of first light. From the porch, the hum of distant engines is just ranch life again, tractors, not tactical convoys. Even the barn, stripped of its temporary command center, smells again of hay and old oil, not solder, and hot electronics. Jake leans back in his chair, letting the slow rhythm of the day take hold. Elena sits beside him, both siblings quiet in a way only shared survival can make. Somewhere down the road, the Hendersons' dog starts its morning bark, ordinary and grounding. For the first time in years, he isn't watching the horizon for the next hit, he's watching it for the weather. There's a kind of healing in knowing the cables are gone, the checkpoints dismantled, the air above his land free of silent watchers. He knows the world beyond the fence will never be free of schemes and power plays, but here for now the balance is his again. And the work will go on. The foundation they've started will keep pulling people back from the edge, keep teaching them how to spot the quiet traps. Maybe justice doesn't erase the past, but it can redraw the map ahead. The breeze shifts, carrying the faint scent of mesquite and coffee from the kitchen. Jake takes it in slow, like it's the rarest thing he's ever owned. No alarms, no coded chatter, just the soft tick of cooling porch boards in the open, unblinking sky. If you've made it this far, take a breath. You're still here. And sometimes that's the truest victory of all.